In a stunning twist in the federal sex trafficking and racketeering case against music mogul Sean "Diddy" Combs, explosive testimony from a longtime friend of Cassie Ventura has taken center stage. The courtroom was left visibly shaken as new allegations of violence, threats, and a life-threatening moment on a 17th-floor balcony were revealed. The witness, Brianna Bogle, who also goes by Bonnie, has been a close friend of Cassie Ventura for nearly a decade. On the stand this week, she described a terrifying incident where she says Combs physically picked her up and dangled her over the edge of a high-rise balcony in Los Angeles. According to Bogle, the incident took place at Ventura's apartment on the 17th floor. She didn't stop there. Bogle also testified about a night when Combs allegedly showed up at Cassie's apartment uninvited, banging on the door in the middle of the night. When he was eventually let in, Bogle says he threw a knife at Cassie during an argument. Cassie, in response, reportedly picked up the knife and threw it back at him before he stormed off. Bogle painted a picture of an environment filled with fear, late-night intrusions, and emotional chaos. She said Combs would often appear at odd hours, banging on doors, showing up unannounced, and starting confrontations. These weren't isolated incidents, she said. It became a pattern. But as gripping as her testimony was, the defense wasted no time challenging her credibility. Combs's lawyers pointed out that Bogle is currently suing Combs in a civil case and suggested she might have a financial motive for testifying. They also leaned heavily into her past drug use, something Bogle admitted to openly. Under cross-examination, she confirmed that she and Cassie had regularly used drugs, up to 10 different substances, she said, including times before Ventura ever met Combs. The defense used that to argue that Cassie may have had her own agency in those situations and that her drug use didn't start or escalate solely because of Combs. One of the most pointed moments came when the defense brought up a conversation Bogle had with prosecutors just days before testifying. At that time, she reportedly told them she didn't remember the details of the balcony incident. When asked about this inconsistency in court, Bogle responded, "I don't remember." Meanwhile, the jury also heard from a forensic video analyst who was called to authenticate surveillance footage from a 2016 hotel incident, a video that's become a major point of contention in the case. The defense had previously tried to keep the footage out, claiming it had been altered. But after a meticulous breakdown on the stand, the expert testified that the footage was authentic and untampered, calling it an accurate representation of what happened that night. Back in the courtroom, Combs was described as visibly engaged and actively participating in his defense, often scribbling notes on post-its, handing them to his attorneys, and closely watching the jury's reactions. At several points, there were extended sidebars, breaks in the testimony, and clear signs of courtroom fatigue. Some jurors were seen rubbing their eyes, while others leaned forward, paying close attention to every word. We're now heading into the fourth week of this high-profile trial, and the testimony is only getting more intense. While Combs has pleaded not guilty to all charges, the weight of the allegations and the emotional toll on everyone involved is becoming more and more apparent. With more witnesses expected to take the stand and deeper layers of this case being revealed each day, this trial continues to grip the public and could reshape the legacy of one of the most powerful figures in the music industry. We'll continue to bring you the latest as it unfolds inside the courtroom.